Most people are paying $30, $50, and even $100 every single month just to send email to their audience, and they don't even know that there's a better way. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a complete email automation system directly inside your WordPress website. And this is going to really amaze you. Email sequence, broadcasting, targeting, email automation and everything. And the only thing you're going to be paying for is your SMTP provider, which will cost you less than $3 in 6 months. So I don't want to waste your time, so let's get into it. So for this, you need a WordPress website, or if you don't have a WordPress website, basically you want to install WordPress on your hosting and domain. So I just take it that you already know WordPress. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to be needing a few things. So first of all, we're going to be using a tool called Fluent CRM that does the email marketing sequence, email automation sequence, email campaign, and a whole lot more. You can save your contact, have your automations, and all of that. The next we're going to be needing Zoho, and I'm going to share this link with you. I'll put it in the description below. Do it to just click on it directly and you'll be able to come here. Now you're going to create an account here, but first I need to tell you something very important. Now the thing is this: if you've not subscribed, you're not really doing us any good. So do have to click on the subscription button and like and save and share with your friends, and let's get this account going and all. So that being said, let's get into it. So what you want to do is Zoho is going to handle the SMTP. It's going to be the server that will help us send out emails. Now one thing to know about MailChimp and all the email providers, what all of this platform does is that they don't have a separate system. So they provide you both with the SMTP and also with the automation systems and everything all in one. But some of them also offer you SMTP provision, but it also costs money. So we're going to close them, and Zoho will handle our server side sending and all of that. What we want to do is just to click on the Google option here to create an account. So click on continue with Google. So what you want to do is just click on agree here and click on create account. All right, so you want to put your business name. So I'm just going to call it Safe Flights Go, and agree to follow terms and condition and get started here. All right, so the next thing is to put in your domain. So we already have a domain that I want to use. So I'm just going to come here and code it in. So I'm going to click on add. Now I keep getting this domain cannot be added. Now usually one of the best domain that works easily is .com, right? So but my domain is .store. So if you have a .com domain, this should work easily. All right, I already have an account with a .com domain which I use generally, but I just want to show you how to set this up. So I'm just going to do what, just replace it with .com, which is somebody else's domain, but we are not going to be using it. Just follow me. Now also something we have also gone ahead to do, okay, so I should just refresh this. Something we've also gone ahead to do is to install a new WordPress. We have to clear all the plugin so that for you to see that this is clean new WordPress. There's nothing on the WordPress site. This is the front end basically. So I'm just going to use this WordPress to handle everything, right? So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be showing you what we're going to be installing, but first let's handle the major issue. So we're here now. Welcome to your Zoho SMTP, right? So this, you can see this domain is pending, so we have to do some verification process. But because this is not the domain we want to make use of, we're going to now try to do our actual domain. Okay, so what I would do is I'll come to this place called domain. I click on it, then I'm going to click on add domain here, and now I'm going to paste this. Then I'm selecting this agent one. You could create your own agent by coming to other agent, you click on the plus icon, but I'm just going to click on add. Now you remember this thing, it says domain could not be added. Now the issue here is this domain is a .store, right? That's why we have an issue adding it. If it's a .com are really good. So if you don't have a .com, this may not work for you. Okay, so I'm just going to use a .com, right? Let me quickly pick a domain that comes with .com. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to come and click on add domain, and I'm going to paste the domain here. Then this is it. Then we'll click on add. Now you see it works instantly. It says your domain has been added, but it's pending. Now it's pending certain things, so we need to verify, and we're going to need to place this code in our website. So what we need to do is we'll head over to our Namecheap account. We're using Namecheap and we're going to be cPanel. So what you want to do is type on DNS. Now if you're not using Namecheap, or if you're using any cPanel, this will be easy for you. If you're not using Namecheap, you're using like hosting, just go to your DNS editor. So I'm going to come to Zone Editor and click on it here. Now this is the only technical process. Now if you want us to implement this for your website, do well to just reach out to us. We'll leave our contact below. So I'm going to pick the domain we're going with, and I'm going to just click on manage here, and here we're going to be adding all of the records. Now we're going to start with this. So we're going to be adding a test file for this, and we're going to verify, then do the next, right? So okay, so what we're going to do is, so remember we're here. So you're going to click on add record, right? And you want to get the information. So we're going to be adding so first of all, let's use cPanel, right? So we're going to add this record, right? So this is a txt record, which is a text record. It has a host and it has a value. So we're going to copy just click on this copy here. Then we'll come here, and for the name of it, so that's the so first of all, we call this a text, says txt, then put it here. Then now we come to where you have the value. So the value is a long code. Now usually for Mailchimp, right, yeah, it will always cut the code. It doesn't give you the complete code. So there's an extra option here for you to put the remaining. So I'm going to copy here. So what I want to do is I'm going to open so I'm just going to open Word document. I think this is a better option. But I want you to note something, right? I want you to note that because this breaks, so we need to get the complete one and add it here. Remember what I said, okay? So I'm just going to open okay, then I'm going to paste it. Now we have to locate where the break actually happened. Okay, so oh wow, okay, this actually gave us the complete one. So sometimes it may break, so if it breaks, but this is complete. I just confirmed this is complete. So what we just do is click on save record, okay? But sometimes if it does break, you have to make it so, just a minor correction there. So what the next thing I need to do is to come back here. You're going to see this C name. We're going to copy this. Then here we're going to go to add a record here. Now we are going to type this. Then under the type, we're going to choose C name. Then we come here, we're going to pick the value. So I'm going to pick this value. Then we're going to paste it here and click on save record. All right, so what you want to do is click on verify record. Now most of the time this record may take up to 24 to 48 hours for it to actually reflect, but it may take less than that. Now you can see this is verified, but we need to verify this as well before we can move forward. So we want to come to CNAME here, and this is the record we just created. So let me edit this a bit and see if there's any mistake. Cluster 8. Okay, so our CNAME, copy this, paste this here, then I'm going to copy this and we are going to just repaste it, then click on save just to make sure that everything is proper. All right, so we're going to try to verify again. Now everything is working. So this you can notice it verified. You can notice our domain is verified. So congratulations, this is how to add a domain and verify. It is very easy. Now if I come here under my agent, if I come to SMTP, I'm going to find my information, but I'm going to close all of them. I'm going to find all my information here, and this is everything we're going to be needing for the next stage. This is a simple way to do it, right? So the next stage is we're going to head over to our WordPress. Okay, so I think it's important to note before we go further, right? I think it's important I tell you that once you create a new account, you get 10,000 free emails, right? So let me check that again. Okay, so yes, subscription. You see, you get 1 credit, which is equal to 10,000 free emails, right? So you could use it, right? So that's what we're going to be using here. So now that I've made mention of that, let's show you what you need to do. The next thing you need to do is to go to plugins. We're going to install 2 plugins. So first of all, let's just install one, right? I'm going to just install one plugin. It's called Fluent CRM. Just click on search here. I'm going to click on install. Now, I would have wanted to install, okay, let's just install SMTP, Fluent SMTP, all the same. So it's the same, so we just install both. Then we'll come to plugins, just install. Then I want to select all. Then bulk action, you're going to click on activate, then click on apply. Now, Fluent CRM comes also in a pro plugin. Now, the pro plugin helps you to do way more and you'll be able to achieve more. So in case you're interested in that as well, so you just click on configure Fluent CRM. Configure Fluent SMTP. Now we're going to use other here. Now this is what we're going to do. I want you to go to your SMTP that we just this thing, then go to your agents. You're going to go to SMTP and API. You're going to find the server name, copy it. Scroll down, you're going to see SMTP host. You're going to paste that server name there. Then we're going to use 465 as your port. It is 465. Then you're going to choose SSL here. Then under your email, you're going to just type info at your domain, right? So I'm just going to copy the domain at your domain, right? Then the name you want to choose, I'm just going to type zipflight here, studio. That will appear. Then for the username, so you're going to copy this username here, paste it, and the password as well. We're going to copy the password here, then we're going to paste it. Now you're going to click on save connections. And now the next thing is we're going to test this to see if it works. All right, so let's test this. So we're just going to, I'm going to click on test here, then I'm going to pick this. Then we're going to pick an email. Then we're going to send a test email. Now it says delivery successful. So I'm just going to go to that email and check for it. Now you can find that the emails we have opened it. Congratulations, your test email was successful. So everything works. Our email sending and delivery system works. Now we're just going to set up the automation process. We're going to set up our email list and everything, and we can start launching. So what I want to do is to head back here. All right, so what we'll do is to go to plugins here. Okay, this is not active, so I'm going to activate this. All right, so what you'll do is come to Fluent CRM. We're going to go to dashboard here. I'm going to walk you through the setup wizard. So here we're just going to put in our website's name. We're going to put in our logo. Just click on upload and select, and we're just going to pick any logo here. All right, so we're going to insert this logo. Now we're going to put our address. I'm just going to type online, so be the address, then click on next. Here I'm going to type I'm going to type, let's say, WordPress, just a list name. You could put a proper list, your email list, and here we're going to type WooCommerce, just to correct that. Then click on next. Now for the tag, we're going to put WooCommerce, and I'm going to put WordPress. And you can add more, right? You could always create that later. So I'm just going to check this because I don't want to install Fluent Forms and other Fluent packages. But I'm just going to click on complete installation. No thanks. And this will bring us to the Fluent CRM dashboard. Look at it. Now, if you check my website, this is exactly how mine is as well. But you can see that I already have a list and have email automations and all the system running. I'm already sending emails and all right, so now what we want to do is to come here. Now I've showed you how to get your server, showed you how to connect to your email marketing tool, which is our Fluent CRM. Fluent CRM meaning is not just Fluent CRM doesn't just handle email, it also customer relations management. So it does a lot of things. You can store your customer information here. You could tag your customers. You could send automated email. Let's say somebody buys something on your website and you want to send them an email to tell them, oh, welcome, or whatever. Fluent CRM will handle it. Now it comes with a pro feature if you want to plugin, right? But we're going to be using the free because I want to just show you how to use it for free. So what you want to do is, now you could see I'm just going to walk you through everything you need to know about Fluent in case you are doing this for the first time. So what I want to do is just to collapse this here. Now let's walk you through a few things. So first of all, you have your dashboard. This is everywhere you find everything. You're going to find your active contacts, the total number of contacts you have. Campaign is just sending out bulk emails, right? Sending emails to all your contacts, also to a specific list, right? Contacts in a specific list. So your email, these are total email that has been sent, and these are your active automations here. Now, if you scroll down, you're going to see sent. That's emails that were sent successfully, delivered, email that delivered successfully. These were emails that your customers or clients opened. These are the emails that has linked in them that your customers or client clicked on, and these are emails that bounced but did not go, like they did not get to your customers. Now you could see some quick links, right? Contact segments, recurring campaigns, so you could actually just click them. Now Fluent CRM has what we call the MCP for AI agents, where you can connect your AI agent to your Fluent CRM. Right, we have a video on YouTube that talked about this a bit. Now let's just go try a few things. So we're going to start with contacts, right? So we have a list. We're going to come to contacts here, click on contact, and I'm just going to add a random contact. All right, so we're just going to click on add contacts here. I'm just going to add this contact, which is this current email. And then you could put date of birth. You could add, so we're going to add this contact to WordPress list, and I'll add a tag, right? And then click on create contact. This is it. Then I want to add some other contact. Now we have Fluent AI, right? But we'll come back to that quickly. So I'm just going to show you this. The reason I'm adding this is I'm going to add another contact. So I'm going to call this Matthew, and this Brown. I'm going to give it email. All right, so I'm going to still add it to the same list, right, and give it the same tag. Make sure this is on subscribe, then click on create. You could add more than one tag as well. All right, so we've been able to do that. I've been able to show you. So if we come to list now, you're going to see on WooCommerce, okay, on WordPress, we have 2 subscribers, right? Now, before we go further into the other things, I want to quickly show you the settings. So we're going to come to settings here. All right, so these are a few things I just wanted to go through. Check your global email settings. Here you're going to see a few settings, so you could just go through them and do them. So for your email configuration, let's say you want to add an email, you could click here and add any email provider. Then you have to provide an API key, and that's it, right? So just go through all of these. You'll be able to do basic setup. It's nothing complicated. Now so here you can set up email campaign. We're going to send that campaign, but let me show you a simple automation. So for this, what we need to do is I'll just quickly add install something so that we could test it out. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let me expand this first. We're going to go to plugins, and okay, so sorry, so what we just want to do is we need to come here. Yeah, we're still in plugins, add. So we're going to search for Fluent forms, right? The same forms we are avoiding to install. So let's just install it, then we activate it here. Okay, so come to forms. We're just going to create a simple form. Usually the form comes, okay, so we already have one, so you can click on add to add a new form. But what we want to do is we want to copy this form shortcode, and we're just going to go to post, and I'm going to add a new post here, and I'm just going to type say automation. All right, so I just want to quickly test something. So we're going to call this short code. I'm going to paste our Fluent Form short code here. Then we'll just publish this. All right, so we'll just click to view the post. Now we have our form here, right? So let's test our automation. Now, if you want to create a Fluent automation, we're going to come here, you're going to click on the automation here, and we're going to click on add new. Now we're going to use Fluent Forms here. We click on new form submission, continue. Now we're going to select a list. I want, okay, a subscription form. This is the form we're using. So email here. So this form doesn't come with name, so we can only track for email. So basically we'll come here. Then we want to run this automation even if the contact is not subscribed. And we want to run this. We want to run it once per contact. So it will run once now, but the automation you want to run more than once. But anyways, now once this contact is added, what I want, once anybody fills the form, this form, I want them to be added to a list. So I'm just going to click on this list. So I want it to be added to the WooCommerce list. Save. Remember, we do not have anybody in the WooCommerce list. So action and goals, we still want to add them to the WooCommerce tag as well. We're going to save this. Then the last thing is I want to send them in an email. So you just type email, then you're going to choose custom email. Now you're going to type your email. I'm going to say welcome. Then here, cancel this. We're going to select, so we're going to type text block. Okay, text. Now we're going to just use the black text. Okay. All right. So welcome to auto. Now we're going to just have here, we're going to click this. All right. So we could type it welcome. We're going to click on save changes. Now let's test this whole thing. Okay, so I'm just going to copy here, then I'm going to open it. So I'm going to open it here. Just open it here quickly. Then I want to, so I'll open my email so you could see it's happening instantly. Now while that is opening, I need to confirm something. So once your automation is done, you want to make sure to check on the status here so that you can go live. Right now, that being said, now let's test this. So I'm going to type in just my email address. I'm going to click on subscribe. Say thank you. We'll get in touch with you shortly. And all right, so you can notice the welcome email here. Right now, before anything, I had to make a few corrections after I discovered it didn't work. All right, so I'm just going to walk you through what we did. Right, so if I refresh this, you're going to see that we added an extra one here. Now for automation to work, we need your email and you need the first name and last name, not just this. So what we did was simple. We created a new form. All right. Okay, so let me walk you through it. So first of all, we came to form, Fluent Forms, click on forms here. You're going to find that we created a new form called brown. How we did it is simple. Click on create forms and add new. Then just in case you want to test the automation, so you click here, you're going to choose field names, that's first name, last name. Then we choose email, right? Then you want to make sure that this, you are making it mandatory for people to fill it. So you're going to make it required. The last name, you're also going to make it required, so they have to fill it. Okay, so you have to make the email required as well. Then click on the save. Then we went on to automation. So if I go to automations here, you notice I have two. So I'm just going to click one just to show you. Click on Fluent Forms, submit, click on this, come back here. Now you're going to give your automation a name. So I'm going to call it field form. Then we're going to select the form. So I'm going to use brown. That's the one I created already. For first name, you're going to put first name. Last name, you're going to put last name. Email address, you're going to put email here. So this is very important. We want to run this automation, and we want to run this automation once per contact. But because we want to do it multiple times, I'm just going to check this and click on this. So it means if the person keeps filling the form, they keep getting the email, and they're being added to a list. So what I do next was to now click on add list and add tag, and the same way we did the remaining. So click on add list. So we're going to add them to a WooCommerce list, save, then add the tag. So if they choose, we're going to add them to a WooCommerce tag, right? Then the last one was the email. So action, we're going to come here and just type email. You're going to see this custom email here, and here you could add a choose tag. So you can start with somebody's name. Start with Brown, welcome. Then here we came here to use this option. Now you notice that we have to change this to text color. I'm going to make it dark here. Then just say welcome at you and save changes. And this was all we did. So we also turned this on here. Now just to test this whole process again, we're going to come to contact. Now this contact, right, we're going to remove. So you could delete a contact by click on action, delete. But what I want to do is I want to remove this tag. So I'm going to remove this tag here and remove the. So first, let me just remove all this. All right, now I've done that, we're going to fill the form again. So we'll come back here. Yeah, so we're going to test it now. So I'm going to come here, fill it again one more time and click on submit. And we come back here and give it some time. And you get it, the email comes instantly. So this is how we did it, and I hope this helps. So this is how you can send out unlimited emails using WordPress. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and have a blastful. We're going to be dropping an AI series and using WordPress to do email automations and a whole lot more. So do well to follow us and do well to like, subscribe and share. Thank you.